I don't know what to do with my hair no more. Like, I'm just really, I don't know. I don't know what to do with my hair no more. I'm really like, just.
She look like a Leah. That's how I treat her.
Anyway, y'all are about to get ready with me to go absolutely no motherfucking where, because I just feel like getting cute today. I've been kind of under the weather, and on my girl time, you know, time of the month. So I'm just not feeling the best, you know, but it's all good. By today's title, you probably are wondering what the hell am I gonna be talking about today. So first, I'm gonna moisturize my face with my Pond's cream. Like, I'm out of breath putting my hair in a bun. Like, why am I out of breath? The fuck? And please don't make y'all half of my hand look like a little boy. Like, look at this. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? Half of my hand look like a boy hand, and then I'm trying to get this side off, and I'm just lazy, bro. I'm lazy. Today I wanted to talk about, oh, before I start too, I know y'all like, girl, damn, get to the point. Shout out to y'all. I reached 20K finally on YouTube, and I'm just really excited, you guys. I'm really excited for this journey to see how, you know what I'm saying, how far I can take this. Usually when I get to a certain point with anything that I'm doing, I kind of stop or get scared because of how I feel like, you know, I feel like I have potential, but I don't know, like I just get scared. Like anybody else, I'm a normal person. So yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that I appreciate you guys all, you know, your support and stuff like that. And yeah, look, check this out. I feel like a lot of people talk about you know, business and money and analytics and stuff like that, but a lot of people don't talk about the mental mind state of actually trying to run a business, trying to accomplish a goal, and having all these things, whether it be relationships, family, money issues, whatever, you know, come your way. And it's very hard to deal with. It's not an easy thing. Entrepreneurship by itself already is just very hard, you know. So having other stuff in your path that can kind of deter you from where you're going makes it even harder. When I was 21, you guys know my very first company I owned was called Pink Gypsy. I talk about it all the time. It was an accessory company, and it was really popping off when I first started because I had tapped into influencer marketing back then. So I had like a lot of people that I knew from Vine promoting my products. And I also had just a really good product. Like, the name necklaces were really hot. They were just starting to come back, like back then. This was like 2014, I want to say. So I think I just turned 21. Like, I was a fresh 21. I had gotten out of a relationship that wasn't the best. And yeah, like I was just, you know what I'm saying, like I'm just, you know, I'm starting this company and I'm doing good and woo. And then I met this guy. So we're gonna call this guy Ben. We're not gonna say his name. Ben had been getting on my nerves. I'm just playing. Ben, I mean, everything was cool at first. Me and Ben was cool, you know. He seemed like a really, I don't know, he just seemed like a really cool guy. In retrospect, when I'm looking at the situation now, we had absolutely nothing in common, y'all. Like, I don't know if it was probably me forcing this to just like, this is a thing, like this is gonna happen. You know, maybe it was just me being young. I don't know what it was, but like retrospect at it, looking now, we had absolutely nothing in common. It never dawned on me that I needed to be with somebody at the time that was gonna be really like seriously supportive of what I was trying to do, for one. And for two, I never really checked to see if we had the same like end game, you know what I mean? And when I say that, I mean like some people's plans might not align up with your plans, and that's okay. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but it just might not be the situation for you. And you know, being an entrepreneur, a new one at that, I had to put a lot of money back into my business when I was making money. And at the time, Ben, he didn't have a job. You know, he was in college or whatever, so I was really helping Ben out. And I just felt like money was getting sucked from underneath me constantly. And you know, I went all out of my way for Ben all the time, because I mean, and I did it out of the kindness of my heart. I can't even say like that was my fault, because in the end I knew I wasn't gonna like get as much in return. But yeah, you know, I kind of went all out, and I never really got the same effort like in return. I don't know, it was just like I felt like I was being used, and turns out that I was. My first company low-key failed because I was not putting all my attention into my brand, and more so putting it into my relationship. And I feel like as young women, sometimes we get really, you know, focused when it comes to these boys and what they got going on, but not realizing that, girl, we are young, okay? I mean, I'm still young. I'm 25. When I was 21 or 20, I wish I would have known what I know now. I wouldn't have put so much effort into these guys that I did, and thinking that, you know, everyone was quote unquote the one. And you know, but I feel like also with me being who the person that I am, as a hopeless romantic and a Pisces, shout out to all my Pisces sisters, as a hopeless romantic and a Pisces, like that's what we do. You know, we put our heart and our anything on the line, honestly, for the people that we do truly love. And I feel like sometimes that can be our downfall, and not just Pisces, you know, it's a lot of us as women who do that with men. But I honestly just wanted to make this video to share with you guys that, you know, when you're an entrepreneur and you're really about your business and are really trying to focus on stuff, sometimes these boys can get in the way of, you know, the goals that you're trying to accomplish. And sometimes it's not even on purpose, y'all. Like, sometimes we can think that a situation is going really good, and then in retrospect, when you kind of take a step back and look at it, it's kind of like, oh, that doesn't really serve me a greater purpose in what I'm trying to do with my life. You know what I mean? So like, for instance, if you have someone who does not benefit you as far as internally, I'm not talking about money wise, I'm talking about mindset wise and eternally. Like, if you are trying to be the CEO of your own company, or COO, whatever it is that you have it, and then you're probably with a partner that, I don't know, is working at McDonald's and has no game plan as far as like what they really want to do with your life, then I can honestly say that that situation isn't probably going to align with what you want to do in your life. And like I said, y'all, it's not a matter of how much somebody makes or what they're making, what they're giving you. It's more of a beneficial mindset. Like, it has a lot to do with mental. Like, if somebody is toxic for you, whether it's like they don't want you to be on social media, or they don't want you to have a YouTube channel, they don't want you to start a business, like, you need to understand that that person isn't the right person for you. Like, that is not the mindset that you need to be in. And you need to free yourself and rid yourself of all toxicity in your life. Like, I think I said that word right, toxicity. Get rid of the toxic people. Y'all know I'll be on my brows for 1,000 years. Like I was saying, it was really hard for me to get rid of Ben, because I had no like legit, like at that point, I had no legit reason. Like, you know, I didn't think he was cheating on me, and we're gonna get to that. But, you know, I didn't think he was cheating on me. I felt like he was working as hard as he could to do what he needed to do in college. I'm not gonna do a whole beat today because I'm not even feeling it. I'm not gonna do a whole beat, but you know, I'm gonna do my little makeup. Like I was saying, I didn't think that it wasn't an ideal situation for me, but I definitely felt like he wasn't as supportive of what I wanted to do as I was supporting him. Like, you know, I was always the one picking him up and taking him to school. You know, if he didn't have money to eat, I was the one always helping him out. And, you know, it was just a lot, you know, taking him to his games, and, you know, because he played sports in college, and it was just like, it was so much on me to where I started to rack up hella debt on my credit card for Ben. And, you know, back then I'm like, you know, I got a job, whatever, I'll just pay it off. And, you know, he'll probably get a job, and, you know, he'll pay me back. And y'all, listen to me. As young women, y'all have to put yourselves first before any of that bullshit. None of that shit matters. What matters is you and what you're trying to do. And if you feel like somebody is not doing all they can for you as you're doing for them, there's a difference between not being able to do for somebody and just not doing for somebody. You know what I'm saying? And I felt like I was just being taken advantage of. Like, I was being played with as a toy. I was taken advantage of. And it's not a good feeling. So skipping on to the next chapter, I'm starting to, you know, my business is really starting to take off, and I see that the behavior starts to change with him. Like, at first it seemed like he was really genuinely not being able to do, you know what I mean? But then Ben got a job, Ben got a car, and Ben totally switched up his game plan. He was always out until 2-3 o'clock in the morning, you know, just typical nigga shit. And that's when it dawned on me that it might be that because I'm spending a lot of time focusing on what I need to focus on, that he might feel like I'm not giving him the attention that he quote unquote deserves, or, you know, he just might, I don't know, feel some type of way. Long story short, y'all, because I don't want to hold nobody, I did find out that he was cheating on me. And yes, it does suck to go $3,000 in debt for someone to not even be loyal to you. And that's my bad. I can't even blame that on him. Like, girl, I shouldn't have spent the money, period. And it is what it is. But I say all that to say there was so much more in the relationship that I could, you know, really talk about. I don't really want to touch on because it's really personal. But just know that my business started to fail tremendously once I did find out that he was cheating on me. Like, you know, I was getting orders and orders, and I felt like I felt like I had something to prove back then. You know what I mean? Like, I felt like I had to prove myself to him that, you know, you have all my time, and, you know, I'm here. Like, just let me be here. And he didn't want to be there. So you can't make somebody do something, one, that they don't want to do. And two, somebody like that is not even worth your time. Like, I wouldn't even waste my time trying to spend time on somebody who's with somebody else anyway. Like, what? Who gives a shit? 21. Yeah, I had just turned 21 then. So my business had failed tremendously, y'all. Like, I was getting into it with my vendor that I had. Their process was taking a long time, and then, you know, it was causing my customers to complain, and I wasn't really focused on my customers because I'm worrying about whose house he's at and running behind him, and like just a whole bunch of drama that I should not have been worried about. I should have been in my bag. Okay, so I just want everybody to take it, you know, just take a learning lesson from me. And like, I'm at 25 right now, I'm still realizing that, you know, you cannot get these years back. Like, there is so much stuff that I wish I would have known now. Like I said, I mean, I wish I would have known then that I know now, because I would not have wasted my time on so much shit. And I just really want to preach this because it's hella important to me, because I see so many like girls complain about like, oh, like I want a boyfriend, and like, oh, I want to, like, and sis, I understand, like, everybody want to be loved. Like, don't nobody want to be sitting at the house by themselves all day every day, but you have to be able to love yourself and come as a whole. You can't come, a lot of people think that they come to their partners to create like this one whole, and that's not true. You have to be one to yourself. You have to be content with yourself. You have to be content with what you're doing. And if you're not content with what you're doing or really focusing on what you're doing, you're not going to be happy with somebody else. And that was the lesson that I had to learn with that one, because, and that was a hard one, y'all, because I had to, it was so much, like, it was just so much going on. Like, even his mama was telling me that I didn't need to be messing with him. Like, it was just too much going on. When I was in the situation, I didn't think it was that serious. Like, it's just like, you know, whatever. Like, but now that I'm older and looking at it, like I said, in retrospect, I wish, you know, I have to pay for that. Who has to pay for that now? Me. I have to pay for my stupid mistakes that I did when I was 20, 21 years old. Sometimes men can be women's biggest haters, and like, you definitely don't want to be with somebody who is going to hate on what you're doing. Like, and it be the little slick shit. It don't even be like somebody or your significant other like blatantly hating on you. Like, it's never gonna look like that. It's always gonna be some subliminal ass shit to let you know that maybe this person isn't so, you know, happy for you or happy about what you're doing. Because, you know, I was always getting the backlash of like, you're always on Instagram and you're always posting pictures and blah blah blah. But it's like, that's my job. Like, I'm literally getting paid to do this. So I really couldn't see or understand what the problem was. I just want y'all to be focused in what you're doing, because as much as people think that these years don't matter, they really do, because they set the foundation for what your years are going to be like in your 30s, and then your 30s set the foundation for what your years are going to be like in your 40s, and so on and so on and so on. And you know, a lot of people will tell you, you know, oh, just live your life and it's your 20s and blah blah, which you should, girl. You should have fun. You should go do what you want to do. You should go have fun, all that type of stuff. But be very mindful that if you work hella hard in this 10-year time span, that your 30s could be so much more litter than your 20s. And like, in your 30s, you're still in your prime. Like, you are not old. Whoever lied and said that you're old in your 30s, it's a lie. Like I said, y'all, I wasn't gonna do like some wild ass beat because I don't feel good. Like, my stomach hurts so much. I just wanted to do my eyebrows and put my hair up and like put some lip gloss on to make me feel good about myself. That's what I'm gonna do. Like I said, you in your 20s or 30s, whatever age you are, do what you want to do. Make sure you get your shit together before you worry about what everybody else around you got going on. And that just don't go for significant others. That goes for family. That goes for mom, dad, auntie, uncle, sister, brother, whoever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? it's crazy because I don't have nails on, but yeah, I'm still wanting to grab the air. Like, are you grabbing with me? Are you licking with me? But yeah, that was my little rant for today, you guys. Like I said, I'm not gonna do no beat for real. I just wanted to put a little makeup on while I talked because I look ugly. And I said what I had to say. So much. If you don't know who I am, go ahead and click the subscribe button because you sat here and watched this whole video anyways. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.